welcome to Diversity in the Community. I am so blessed to have with me tonight one of my closest friends. And you know, when you're real close to somebody, you don't just call them a friend. I call her my sister friend, Barbara Stevens. She is she's a writer, a playwright. She's just so, I'm just gonna let you tell her, I'm gonna let her tell you about her, herself, because there's so much, she has such a rich background, and I just love her writings, and so does many other people. So at this time, I would like to welcome to Diversity in the Community, my sister friend, Barbara Stevens.
Thank you.
Welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. It's always a pleasure to be in your care, in your environment and everything. You're such a talented person, and I appreciate you for embracing me. And I just love it.
So tell me something about yourself. Tell me about your background and all of that.
Well, I'm a 77-year-old grandmother. Mother, grandmother. I worked for many years in different fields. I worked in substance abuse, I worked in child abuse, I worked in the hospital and an operating room, and I'm all around versatile. And the amazing thing is that I started writing many, many years ago. Didn't know what I was doing. Just writing. Had little slips of paper everywhere, under my mattress, in the drawer, everywhere. I would be riding along, and something would come, the thought would come to me, and I said, "Oh, that would make a nice poem," and I would just write it. And what really got me to put everything in order and in paper was, you remember Sister Vault?
Yes, I do.
And she used
Dorothy
to ride
Vault.
with me a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll come out when I be inspired, driving along and be inspired about something, I'll start quoting it. And she looked at me one day and she said, "Sister Stephen, why do you think the Lord deals with you in writing? He doesn't deal with you to write and put it under your mattress." And I said, "How does she know that's what I do?" So that got me going to put it in writing. And my grandson, when he was in high school, he used to type a lot of my stuff, because I'm not a typer.
Yeah.
And he asked me one day, a lot of it would be centered around Black history, slavery time, during that time. And he said, "Grandma Barbara," he said, "why do you always write about slavery?" And I said, "Well, Terrell," I said, I write what comes to me.
Yeah.
And I said, so I put it on paper. I said, it's almost like the voices are talking to me.
Yeah.
And I can feel that, I feel that feeling of that pain, and I write it down. I said, that's why I write it. And I said, and I write it because I don't ever want you to forget it.
Yes.
Because it happened.
Yes.
And I said, you go around the corner and you ask your friend Andrew, does his family let him forget about the Holocaust? And he said, "No, I don't think they do." I said, "So I don't want you to ever forget about slavery."
Yes.
I said, because it was something that happened, so that's why I write it and put it on paper.
Yes.
So he understood it a little bit better then, but he still didn't understand it.
I think a lot of our young people, a lot of them didn't even believe that some of that stuff happened. And I'm almost ashamed to say, a lot of the things I didn't realize until I was in a play about 6 or 7 years ago. I didn't know about Black Wall Street. All of that, I had no clue, because it was never taught in our schools and stuff. And when I was in the play and we played all these different parts, I'm like, wow. Here I am at the time I was in my 50s when I was first in play, and I was like, I never heard of Black Wall Street.
I hadn't either.
Yeah.
I had never heard of it, and that's what, like you said, it wasn't taught to us in school. We didn't know about it, and a lot of stuff, since my reading, reading a lot of Black history, about history and stuff, it enlightened me to what really happened, and it also gave root to my writing.
Right.
When I write, then I could understand why I was writing it, and why I was putting it down.
Right.
And I said, I never want the children, I always say, your heritage is what makes you. Doesn't matter what color you are.
That's right.
the parents should teach the children of their heritage, but
Right.
also teach to respect each other individual belief.
Yes.
You know, if we can understand and respect each other's belief, then we wouldn't be so much confusion.
That's right.
But
That's
always let your children know their heritage.
Right, right.
You know, about the motherland, you know, that we did come from the motherland. Not me, but my ancestors.
My ancestors did. Right, right.
They came from the motherland. They came from over there, you know. So let the children know. A lot of children don't know that.
That's right. That's right.
So, and
I mean, I heard stories that my mom and dad would tell me, you know, about what happened to them in the South, you know, as far as the different water fountains, the separate bathrooms, going into the back door of the houses. And actually, my father told me something that just was really disturbing. He said when he was a young teenager, he was taking a shortcut through the woods, and he actually saw a couple that was tarred and feathered, and it's graphic, and I know it is to talk about it, but it happened, and the woman, they just like mutilated the woman. They had the woman tied to the tree. But my father said he actually saw that.
He saw that.
Yes, he was cutting through the woods as a young boy. So they experienced that stuff firsthand. I mean, I never saw that. I mean, we experienced, you know, the different
right, you know,
prejudices,
my mother would tell a story about my uncle, you know, how he was working for this man in Augusta, and he drove the man's truck down to part of deep south down Georgia, and because he was driving the truck, it wasn't his truck, it was his employer's truck. They made him get out the truck, and they were shooting at his feet and was calling him the N-word and made him walk without the man's truck all the way back to Augusta. So, you know, you hear that, and a lot of children don't know that, you know. So so many stories that I've heard, you know. So that's why I write. When I write it down, and you know, it's like I said, it's like the voices be talking to me now.
Yes.
And I feel that it's a gift from God.
You
give
really
God the
have a
glory.
gift. Yes.
That's where it comes from. It's a gift from God. Because whenever I sit down to write anything, I said, okay, God, how do you want me to write this now? How do you want me to put this in? How do you put this in words? You tell me what to do, and then I'll write, and then I'll have to stop, and then I'll wait, and then I'll go back, and then you know, sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night, you know, and I'll put
just
something
comes
down.
to you. Yeah.
If I don't put it down, I'll forget
you'll
it in the morning.
You'll forget it. But what a gift you have. I mean, the first time I heard you talk about your writing, I'm like, how did you come up with that? And you would tell me that the place where you worked, I remember you did a story or a writing about a young man, and you just looked at him, and this whole story about him just came to you. And I think that is, and when you were riding on I don't think you were riding on the train or something, and you saw the waters, the swampy waters, and then you thought about, I guess, how the slaves, I guess, had to try to get past the water. And then another one you have it, dogs in the night, you know, how to, just by riding and, you know, looking at certain things, or you see a dog or you see a swamp or whatever, it just brings a whole story to you, and that is truly a gift.
And when I think about when I wrote the one when I looked at Glory with Denzel Washington, and I was looking at it on TV, and when you know when he got slapped, and this tear ran down.
That one tear.
And I said, oh my God, that would make sense. I just stopped writing it. And the funniest thing of it was I told Sister Volk, I said, you know, I said the reason I don't share it, or the reason I don't write it down as much, is because I'm the world's worst speller. I'll tell anybody that. Thank God for
I'm probably number 2.
And she said, well, write it down the way it sounds, you know, and then go back and get the dictionary and get the correct spelling on it.
Yeah.
But you write it down and also my pronunciation with my southern, you know, pronunciation is totally different.
Yeah.
You know, I get the words all screwed up and all messed up. And that's why you know, sometimes I sit back and I don't talk. You know, I won't say anything because sometimes I wonder, am I crossing my T right or dotting my I right? So I just be quiet. And I remember when I was going to New Hampshire College, and one of the instructors, Ms. Belle Fine, She told me, she said, you know what, you are a procrastinator. Mm-mm. And I said, why you say that? She said, because I look at you. She said, you know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
She said, first you come into class and you sit in the back of the class. You know the answer, and I'll look at you, slip somebody a note for them to say it. Or either
Mm-hmm.
you'll tell them, you'll whisper to them for them to say
Because
it
you didn't
rather
feel
than you
comfortable
say.
in, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, you know, so that's why sometimes I won't say anything. I just be quiet and just.
But your writing is phenomenal. Um, and I want you to share some of your writings. And when you share whatever writing you're going to do, I want you to,
give a
if you
little-
don't mind, just give a little background on why or how it came about, you know, how that writing, what that story.
Be glad to.
Yes.
Well, as I said, I quoted the Glory when I did Glory.
Yes. Uh-huh.
For Glory, when I saw Denzel, it said, it's titled Black Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Black gold, standing tall and proud, sweat running down your body, glittering like diamonds from the sun ray. Black gold, strong and proud, you stand tall, your muscles resembling the trunk of a strong oak tree. Black gold, when you move, your body takes on the appearance of the dances across the ocean in the motherland.
Mm.
Black gold, you hear the music that only your ears are tuned to. The rhythmic succession of the drums cause your body to sway with each inner beat. Black gold, strong and proud, keep your head up. Let no man rob you of your manhood. Let no man steal your dream. Let no man blind your eyes.
Wow. Now, when you wrote that, how long did it take? Because I've seen you come to our writers group, because Barbara and I are both a part of the Journey Writers. And you could write a whole whatever thing in like 5 minutes. It'll just come to you and you're like, oh, I just wrote this 5 minutes ago. So how long did you really, it take you just to?
I just wrote it when I saw it,
When
when
you
I saw
saw
the
it.
movie.
Yeah.
And I just got the pen and I just started writing it. Just, I say about an hour.
Okay.
I just wrote
Beautiful.
it down and then I went back and correct. I just wrote it down real fast
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I went back and corrected
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take me long. It depends on what it is that I'm going to write and what it is that I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. This
Okay.
one is Who Is She?
Mm-hmm.
She's a rare and perfect jewel. When you meet her, she will greet you with a warm smile and a gentle touch. When you get to know her, you will see the strong woman she have become. She knows who she is and where she's going. She's a woman who gives respect to everyone she come in contact with. Who is she? She's a strong black woman with a rare quality of honesty about her. She danced to the drums from the motherland, and she holds to the teaching from the old ones that left a legacy for all of us. Who is she? She is the one that will stand by your side when you need a friend. She will give you comfort when you are sad, and she will dry your tears when you cry. She is that rare jewel, a strong, proud black woman.
Beautiful.
And I
Beautiful.
thought about all our black sisters,
Yes.
how strong we are and how we stand up against so much,
Yeah,
so
yes,
much,
yes,
so much
yes.
injustice and
Yeah.
everything, and even by our own peoples. But
Mhm.
how if we can just stand up and keep our head up high and be proud and let nothing
Yeah,
destroy us,
yes.
that makes a difference.
And I think about my own mom, and I consider her a strong black
She
woman.
was. She was.
Oh my God, working hard, working in the cotton fields, and then she was a midwife and all of that, you know, and still try to raise her family, take care of her household, her husband, all of that, and I used to get so sad because when she came up here, she got older. I was like, oh my God, she's going to enjoy her life now. She could do everything that she ever wanted to do, to travel and all that. And then she gets dementia.
Yeah.
You know, after all that hard, strong working life, you know. But she was somebody that I adored, and if it's anybody I can look to, it would be my mother.
Yeah.
My mother was a strong woman.
And that's where I looked at my mother, and I looked at how she came up here, when I came up after I got married and then divorced and had 4 children. She came up here from Georgia and helped me, went back to school, became a machinist. Because she had only went to the 4th grade in school, because my grandparents died when she was at an early age. She was only 13 years old.
Yeah.
And to get away from an older brother and his wife, she got married at 18, and that married into an abusive relationship. And she raised my brother and I, and then when she came up here and helped me raise my children. And I look at and I think about when she got really sick she had cancer, and she looked at me and she said, "Don't cry." She said, "I have nothing to worry about."
Yes.
She said,
yes.
"God has blessed me."
Yes.
She said, "I don't want you to cry."
And
And she went out like that with just so calm and so peaceful, and she said, "Don't worry about me."
And the family dynamics have changed so much. I remember when I had my children, and my husband would go pick up my mom and dad, and they'd come over and they'd babysit. And now I see these young people. They would tell me, "Oh my God, I wish it was like that." Now I have to take my kids to the daycare, and I'm paying almost as much as I pay for my mortgage. But back in the day, the mothers and the grandmothers, if they weren't working, they were there for their children, to help them,
That's where it was. That's the way I know your mother. I knew your mother, so I knew what kind of person she was. A beautiful lady.
Yeah, she was.
Beautiful
Oh my
lady.
God, yeah, she was.
And I mean, beautiful inside and out.
Yeah.
And the thing that got me was, even when she had dementia and she would come to church, no matter when she hit that door,
She started dancing.
she started dancing.
Oh.
She started praising the Lord. She would start praising the Lord, and that sticks in my mind. To see her come through that door, and the minute she hit that door, she just started praising the Lord.
It's a wonderful thing for kids to know their grandparents, to sit down and hear the stories that they have to tell. A lot of kids, I think, miss out on that too, because they'd rather be, playing games or watching TV or whatever than to sit. They don't realize the wisdom.
The value.
Oh my God. My
It's
mom
the
used to
rich
tell us all
value,
the
the rich
stories.
stories.
She was one of the best storytellers I know. And every time she tell a story, it might be the same story, but every time I heard it, I think she added a little extra to make it sound exciting,
That's like that piece when we did that piece, Family. And when I think about my mother, she said, "I come 1 inch to knocking the hell out you." And then she told me, she said, "You got as much sense as a gnat's. You got enough sense to stick up a gnat's behind." I said, "Ma, a gnat don't have much of a behind." She said, "Well, that's how much sense you got."
Oh, they were so, oh my God, just talking about it. It's rich.
It is so much, just to listen, remember the memories that you think about
Yeah.
it, bring all that comes back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, since you talked about cotton fields, let's say, I'll do your favorite.
Buttermilk. Oh my God, that reminds me of my mother. Them sit down eating that buttermilk and cornbread and fried chicken and black-eyed peas and everything else. Yes.
Buttermilk, cornbread, fried chicken, black-eyed peas. Sunday dinner, family gathering, cold lemonade. Talking much trash and the week's gossip. Did you see old Ned leaving Miss Sally's house in the early morning as the rooster was crowing? Dip that cornbread in the buttermilk. Eat that greasy chicken and the black-eyed peas. Wipe the grease from your lips with the back of your hands. Tell them youngsters that have gathered around to hear the grown folks gossip, go play. This is grown folks talk. Buttermilk, cornbread, fried chicken, and black-eyed peas with a cold glass of lemonade on a hot Sunday afternoon. Hush now, let Granny talk. Pass the snuff and chewing tobacco. Fetch the spit can, too. Mind now, youngsters, if you get in Granny's way, she will spit snuff in your eyes Granny don't like sassy youngsters. Buttermilk, cornbread, fried chicken, black-eyed peas, cold lemonade on a Sunday afternoon. What will you have? Sweet potato pie, peach cobbler, or homemade ice cream? Lordy, look at what the cat dragged in. Drunken John, hurry, cover the food. Buttermilk, cornbread, fried chicken, black-eyed peas, cold lemonade, sweet potato pie, peach cobbler, and homemade ice cream on a Sunday afternoon. Buttermilk, nice and cold. Dip the cornbread in that buttermilk. Buttermilk, nice and cold on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh my! You making me. I love. You know, I absolutely love that. That what we don't call it, a poem or writing. Or,
Writing.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And no matter how many times I hear it, I love it.
Yeah.
And every time you read it in any kind of audience we've had, with us being in the same writers group, they always love that poem or that writing. I keep saying the wrong thing, but anyway.
Writing.
Yeah.
Here's the one when you talked about cotton fields.
Yes.
Cotton fields, early in the morning before the sun breaks. It is time to get ready for the cotton fields. I have to be ready to meet the man for the ride to the cotton field. Pack my lunch. What will I have today? Cheese and soda crackers or sardines, maybe leftover fried chicken, peas and rice. Come on, child, get my lard can so I can pack my lunch. I have to be on the corner by 5:30 or I will miss my ride. Where's my straw hat? That sun get mighty hot by midday. How much will I pick today? I sure pray it will be enough to pay rent and buy the children some food. Huh. Sometimes you can fool the man by putting sand or rocks in it with the cotton, causing it to weigh more. Times are hard. All day you work in the hot sun for a few pennies, barely enough to feed the children and to keep a roof over their head. But someday, with the help of the Lord, we will make it. Cotton field sure is hot in them fields. Hard work, breaking your back for a few pennies. And I remember my mother, my brother and I during the summer, she said, well, y'all got to go pick cotton. I said, Ma, I can't go out there in that cotton field. She said, why? I said, that sun is hot and I'll get black. She said, what do you think you are now?
How much did they used to make?
Huh?
How much money did they used to make picking that cotton? Not much.
Not much. It's only a few dollars because they weighed the cotton by the weight,
So that's why the people would like put rocks in there so the weight more.
And my mother made my brother and I a cotton sack. So we could pick cotton. We were little and she would make a fire and she would set us down there and tell us to sit there while she go down the road and pick the cotton. And my brother and I would sit there. But during the summer when we did go, my brother and I went. I came home with nothing. My brother came home with 75 cents. Because I wasn't going there because there was no worms out there and I wasn't going in no field.
A whole 75 cents.
He came
But
home
people
with
used to make like what, about what?
$4 or $5. That back then in 1940, late 40s and early 50s, that was a lot of money because stuff wasn't expensive.
Right.
It wasn't expensive. And then I think about, my mother, every time somebody in the family would die, my mother would go to the loan company to borrow money to bury him, my relatives. And I couldn't imagine. When I got older, I said, why do finance companies keep loaning my mother money on this raggedy furniture? But they knew she was going to pay them.
Yeah.
Because she worked during the war before when the war ended. Before that, she worked in the brickyard.
You got me crying laughing and you crying laughing too.
She worked in the brickyard. And after that, so after the soldiers came home, they got rid of all the women working in the brickyard. So then she had to go in the cotton field and go back to the cotton field picking cotton. So that's when I thought, I can't go out there in that cotton field. I can't go out there.
Lord have mercy. It's good we can laugh about that. It probably wasn't too funny back then, but it's just funny now.
Yeah, and here's the one here, Dogs of the Night.
Dogs of the Night, yes.
Dogs of the night running wild, dogs of the night out to catch the fled native child. Dogs of the night, with your eyes glowing in the darkness of the night, your blood-curdling barks and knife-sharp teeth. You ran hard and fast for your masters to catch the fleeing native black child. Dogs of the night, up the trees, in the muddy water, and deep in the woods. You pursue them, obedient to your master's command. Their hearts pounding, blood like sweat running down their faces. Your heart pounding with saliva drooling from your mouth. You kept on running hard and fast to the master's command. Their prayers was, rest, dear Lord, rest, dear Lord. Your thoughts was, catch them for my master. Dogs of the night running wild out to catch the fleeing black child.
Oh, God. Can't even
And
imagine.
so,
Can't
and I
even
think
imagine.
about that, how they was trying to get away, and I think about Harriet Tubman. When I was
Yeah.
watching the movie, I
Yeah.
couldn't finish it.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish looking at it, I got so upset, and I think about what she went through and what all the other ones went through
Oh, my
during
God,
that
yes.
period in
Yes,
time.
yes, yes.
And it was really painful.
And until she got older, until she passed, she had bad headaches because they hit her in the back of the
Because she
head.
hit it with a
Yeah.
brick, knocked her out.
Yeah,
She would
yeah.
have blackouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she would have blackouts.
I actually played Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple times. I played it. I played her in a stage production.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was. Those things were tough to play,
Yeah,
because
tough.
that really you can't imagine it nowadays, but it actually happened to people.
It did,
Yeah.
it did. And here's Swampy Waters.
Swampy waters.
Swampy Waters. This one I was on the train.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how did you come up with that
on the
one?
train, and I was passing, I saw the swamp, and I saw the roots of the tree sticking up, and I said, boy, that would make a nice poem. And I didn't have any paper on me, so I took my checkbook out and I wrote on the back of a check, and wrote this down on the back of a check, and then I finished it. Swampy waters, cold and gray, how many have you captured with your cold, slimy fingers? How many have you captured today? In the dark of the night, they ran to escape the harsh, inhuman treatment of the slave master. Swampy waters, you were always there, cold and gray, ready to capture the slaves in their plight for freedom. Swampy waters, you held tight, you didn't let go. The cry of pain and prayer went unheard. Swampy waters, cold and gray, you cared not, cold and gray, swampy waters. And I thought about the tree stumps, and I fell in the water. Some
Yeah.
of them didn't survive.
Yes.
And that's when I looked at it, I thought, boy, that would make a nice one.
Yeah.
But I thought I had the one about this one is about our youth.
Yeah.
Wasting.
Yeah.
Wasting in a state of dream. Why continue to sleep and never awake to fulfill the dreams of our forefathers had for a better life? Why continue to sleep and allow the family to fall apart and the blood of our youth are washed in the street? Look around and see our beautiful youth hanging out on the street corners. The hope for a better life is gone from their eyes. Their shoulders are hanging like branches off a tree after a snowstorm. Look into the eyes of fathers and mothers and see the lines of pain where there once was lines of smile. How long will we sleep and dream and not awake to put our dream in action? Let the dreams become a reality. Put the dreams in action for a change. Educate, rejuvenate, motivate.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I wrote this one for black social workers.
Mm-hmm.
They had asked me to write something for their luncheon, so I wrote this. I wrote this one for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because so many of our young people are getting shot, and if they're not being shot, they're strung out.
Being strung out. If they're not being strung out, they're being kidnapped.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we don't
Oh
know what's
yeah.
hap-
Oh
we don't
my
know
God.
what's
Oh my
happening. We don't
God.
know
With the
what-
young.
We don't
ladies.
know. And
Yeah.
this one is sing a song. Sing a song for the youth. Sing a song for the young men that have lost their precious blood in the street. Sing a song, sing a song. Precious is the blood that Jesus shed. Precious is the blood of Jesus that gave man life. Sing a song as you watch the blood of our youth waste away in the street, as it is washed into the drain. Sing a song. Mothers, hold your sons close to your breast and sing them a song of love. Sing a song to them before they are lost to the street. Fathers, listen to the shots in the night and take your sons and talk to them about what it is to be a strong young man. Educate them with their loving fatherly touch and be an example for them. Be that man that you want them to become. Don't let the streets take them. Sing a song. Jesus loved me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Look around before it's too late. Everywhere, on every street corner, there are youth and guns. Bring them off the street before it's too late. We are responsible for the youth. Sing a song, sing a song. There's power in the precious blood of Jesus.
Yes, yes, yes. That's
And that is so happy, that is so true. We see our youth every day. They're being shot, they're being killed, they're, they're so early, 18, 14, 15,
Yeah,
just
I know.
killed,
Yep. You hear so many, and then when you look out on, sometimes I don't know if on social media if they're like making up some of the numbers or if it's true, but it's just so disturbing when you see how many, not only young men being shot, but young women that are missing.
Mm-hmm. What happened? Every day you pick up the paper, a young girl is gone.
Right.
A baby is killed or something. A young man is killed or missing. Every day is across the whole spectrum. Mm-hmm. It's not only black. It's not only black. It's across. It's just a whole group of young people just disappear. And plus, these young kids get on internet, get on these phone, chat lines, and they get caught up with these men or young men that want to take advantage of them, and even the boys too. Young boys too. Mm-hmm. So we have to be very careful. We don't educate our youth. Educate them what it is. I used to tell parents when I worked in child abuse. You teach your children from early age.
Yes.
What is safe touch?
Yes.
What is safe kiss?
Yes.
If anybody touch you in an unfamiliar way, does not make you feel uncomfortable, let me know.
Right.
If they try to kiss you, let me know.
Right.
And we need to teach our kids, teach our children this.
Right. Right.
And I know when I worked in child abuse, a lot of times the family they would get upset with me.
Why?
I would come with my little basket. I said, okay, we got to get on the floor now. We got to have playtime. And in that playtime, it's also teaching them how to talk to their children, how to help them and share information with them, how to love them, how to embrace them. And a lot of times they would get young mothers, they don't want nobody to tell them how to raise their children. And a lot of them told me that, but then when I got ready to leave, one particular that was really hard. When I got ready to leave, she wrote when I was leaving. And she told me, she said, Miss Stevens, she wrote me and gave me a plaque. I still have that plaque. And she said, thank you for teaching me how to be a mother. Yeah.
Because they probably was not used to that, had no idea. And then when you come along, this was something foreign.
Yeah, somebody come invading their privacy.
Yeah.
You're invading their privacy. I'm a mother. This is my child. Don't tell me, And she said, thank you for teaching me how to be a mother, how to love my children. When and then another one, she told the psychiatrist, she said, I don't know what Miss Stevens want. She want me to get down on the floor and act like a bunkie with my baby.
Because, they just, some people just, I don't want to use the word ignorant, but they're not, they're ignorant to the fact that that's showing love, no training or whatever.
Yeah,
but then when they realize that it's just love, that you were showing love and that you cared.
That's what I was trying to do. I was embracing them and trying to love them. Even now I'm in close contact with one in South Carolina now. She calls me whenever she has a question she want to ask me. And I started working with her when she was I think she was like 15, 16, she had a little girl.
Yeah.
And she's mentoring young women now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all
that's
right.
what she's
all
doing.
right.
Her and her son is a husband, and she's married and successful, and she's really doing
Because
good.
see, when she can recall how she thought back then. Then she'll understand if a young woman is pushing back, and then she can say, "Listen, I was there,
Yeah.
and I felt just like you." But now, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
what she's doing. She asks me if she got a question or something, she'll call and she'll ask me, and, and I'll give her the answer and everything. And when I was down visiting my daughter last year, she came up to see me. It was so good to see her because I hadn't seen her since she was a teenager. Now she's a grandmother and everything.
The thing is, with our youth, I wish that they could really appreciate and see what a jewel the older people are. A lot of times, when we get a certain age, they feel like we don't know anything else or whatever. But the information that comes from, you know, our age group or whatever, it's just. And I heard when Lil Carter was on the other day, she was like, that's what she was saying. You know, listen to the older people, and but a lot of they don't want nothing to do with you. It's a whole new generation where I am that if you speak to them, they look at you like you're crazy. It was like, good morning. They look at you like, oh my God, this woman has two heads. I'm like, what happened?
Oh, you just say thank you, like even in my going
Yeah,
to grocery
like
store.
what happened?
Yeah, and the grocery store when they bag my groceries, and I look at them, I said thank you. I tell them thank you. And they, you know, I told one fella, he was like shocked that they, you know, he said, I said thank you for bagging my grocery. You know, I said thank you, and he was like, you're welcome.
I told a young lady the other day, we were in the store, and the young lady the young lady that was taking care of us, it's like, can I help you? And then, you know, she was just like, had such, I'm sure she might have had a bad day. It could have been anything. But that was my opportunity to tell this other young person, I said, no matter what kind of a job that you have, I said, you give it all you have, because I know this young man that he came to work, and he worked in the mailroom, and he would always be dressed like he was, you know, nice crisp shirt, whatever, and they saw him taking his job so serious in the mailroom that one of the top people hired him as her admin. Asked him, would you think you want to be an admin for me? And he was like, and so that was like the talk of the place, because this young man, he just took the little job he had. And so I tell young people, bloom where you're planted. If you got a job and it's stacking books, stack the books the best you can, and somebody's going to notice you.
Oh, yes.
You know, and so I'm looking at that young lady, and she she was just like, you know, so annoyed, you know, and so I told the young person, I said, you see how that person is? I said, when you come to work, give it all you got, and somebody will notice it or whatever, and you know, they're looking to give you more opportunities, you know.
Right.
So it's you know, as older people, we can take those opportunities to teach our young people.
Right.
Yeah.
And share that with them, you know,
Yeah.
because a lot of time I told one lady, like I told one girl, I said, are you having a bad day today? No. I said, well, you know, your attitude is like you're having a bad day. I hope that they get better for you. And she didn't like that. I don't have an attitude.
It is, it like I said, sometimes they have something really tough going on and just don't know how to handle it. And some people, young people, are just not blessed to have what we had. You know, me and my mom we'd lay across the bed and eat goodies and laugh and talk, or we just sit, talk. And a lot of young people don't have that, you know. Now, what else do you have in there that you could read for me?
Okay, let's see what else I can read for the.
Let's see how much time we got. A good another 5 minutes.
African Queen. He came to me and held me close and whispered softly in my ear words of love. You are my love, my beautiful African queen. Your smile lights up your beautiful black skin and warm my heart. You are my lover, my wife, the mother of my children, and my friend, my African queen. When I look into your eyes, they tell me that you will always be there for me. When I looked into his eyes and felt his muscles tense as he tenderly drew me near. Close to him, I knew that I was his African queen and he my king.
No, that's beautiful.
So,
That's beautiful.
so was it, and this is, you know, Sister Nani.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I wrote this for her, 1906, for her 60, I think it was her 60-something birthday or something. The rhythm, African, Earth Lady, I call her Earth Lady.
Mm-hmm.
The rhythm succession of the drums caused her body to sway with each inner beat. Deep from the motherland, you hear them speak with each beat. You tell their story of pain, suffering, and love. Deep from the earth, your feet feel the cry of the old ones that are long gone. With each movement of your body, you tell their story. Earth Lady, your smile will warm the heart of all who come in contact with you. You are always ready to share your knowledge with everyone that will take the time to sit with you. Earth Lady, continue to dance to the drums. Continue to tell the stories with each beat. Listen to the voices from the earth and tell the beautiful stories and dance from the motherland. Dance on, Earth Lady. Dance on to each beat of the drums. Tell the stories. Don't stop. Tell the stories. And this is in 2006. And my African queen, my Nubia, the mother of my man-child, you are the pure waters that cleanse my soul. I love you from the depths of my soul and will always be there for you as you are for me. My beautiful African queen, when I look at you and think about the love we share between us, each time I take you in my arms, I know that we will be together forever and ever. My love, our soul have become one as we pledge our love to each other.
Got a lot of them love stories in there.
Yeah. Who was it? Somebody asked me one time, Andre in our writers group, he said, "What were you thinking about when you wrote that one?" I said, I wasn't thinking about anything. I just, it just came to me.
Just wrote it. Okay, we got time for one more.
One more?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Black Child.
Black child. Black child, strong and proud, the color of amber. Look at you with your beautiful full lips and that accent your pearly white teeth and warm smile. Black child with the full hips that has a rhythmic motion when you walk. Black child, full of grace and charm. You are the pearl from the motherland. You give strength to all of your children, past, present, and future. Black child, kinky hair, full lips, amber color, and full hips. You are the pearl from the motherland.
Oh, beautiful.
And that was in 2003.
Beautiful, beautiful. So now you I don't know if is it a secret that you're working on a book? It's
Working
a
on a book. Yeah. Hopefully, I was looking for the book to be out by Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
My typist is kind of slow. My typist is not working too fast. And she said, "How can I type it if you got the book? You didn't give it to me." Because I did. I forgot I had taken the book from her.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well,
and I had to go scramble and try to find it, where I had packed it up because I'm packing to move. And I couldn't remember where I put the book. You should have seen me.
Now, how long have you been actually writing?
Oh, I started, I've been writing. I can remember, I've been ever since I was a little kid, didn't know what I was doing. But
Yeah,
really
yeah,
putting it in place was, I'll say about 50
Wow,
years, about 50 years.
Wow.
And that's how much stuff I got, so you can imagine how much stuff I got.
Yeah,
I got like 7 full notebooks.
Okay.
Full of stuff. And
okay, so they're trying to compile them and put
well,
them in.
I just took some of it out.
Yeah.
My typist told me, not everything, because it's too much to put everything in one
Oh,
book.
okay,
You don't
okay.
want to start off putting everything in one book.
Okay.
So I just picked out some of them and then got it like that. Because I remember when I was a little kid, I would be down on the floor and I'd be writing. And my mother said, what are you doing? I said, I'm writing. Didn't know I was scribbling. I didn't know what I was doing.
But you've been right along because your stuff is beautiful, and I've enjoyed it for so many years. And
then-
not only myself, but
Mhm.
you've read or spoken at a lot of occasions, right?
Yeah.
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 So.
And I remember once, when I was teaching parenting class when I worked for child abuse, and this young man came in, he did a picture of Michael Jordan, no, this this black midwife, and your mother was a midwife. And she had the horn rim glasses, the gingham apron, and I never put this on paper yet. I haven't put it on paper yet. And she came, and he showed it to me, the painting that he had did of her with her little black bag. I said, whoa, come here, gal.
Yeah.
Fetch me back. Don't you tarry. Lord of mercy. What you say now? Miss Nellie, we're youngin' again. 9 heads of youngin' already. That man gonna kill that poor woman. Go tell Mr. John I said, borrow me some water and I'll be there directly. So he said, Miss Stevens, is that Maya Angelou? I said, no, that's Barbara Stevens.
And that's the
A Gullum.
Gullum.
Yeah.
Now, is that different than Geechee?
You're the same.
It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah, Gullum.
And
And
for people that don't know what.
It's the Gullah is the language Patois, sort of Patois language that's speaking down in Charleston, South Carolina, Johns Island, James Island, and they still hold to the African heritage. And the languages they talk that language like that. It's like that. It's a rich heritage, very rich heritage, really rich culture. If anybody ever get the chance to go, every April they have a festival, Gullah Festival, and it's really, really something to see. And just to see the work, the art, the basket weave that they weave the baskets and what they make and everything, and they have the churches with the wooden floors and beating, no music, just beating and stomping their feet, and I mean it's really something to see.
Wow.
Really something to see, and
Wow.
it really. And I've been trying to get it together because I really want to put that on paper, but I want to put it in Gullah.
Yeah.
And I got the Gullah Bible, I got the Gullah English book. I got like three Gullah books, and I'm still trying to figure out, because my girlfriend told me, she said, if you put it in the wrong context, you'll be insulting. So you got to know how to put it in the right context.
Right. You might be cussing.
Yes, I don't want to insult nobody. So I just hold that.
You better hold it.
That one is still in
Hold that thought. Hold it.
That one is still in my head.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna put it on paper because she said if you write it down and don't put it in the right context, you'll be insulted.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, okay then. So I look at it every now and again. I get the book out and I said, now, how do I put this down now?
Yeah, you better wait.
I'm waiting on that one.
Oh boy. Well,
But
I tell you.
love that.
Well, my friend, it's been a pleasure.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
You
for
know,
me.
sitting and laughing and talking like we were in the living room. It's been a real pleasure having you here because I know you, and like I said, when somebody is a friend, you pass the friend and you go to the sister friend. So this has been my sister friend for many years, and I really love this woman. Not only is she an excellent writer, she's an excellent cook. And they actually had her on Better Connecticut, where she was talking about the different breads or whatever that she makes. So she's she's all of that in a bag of chips. So I just want to thank you for taking the time out to come and be with me tonight. We had a few laughs, and hopefully we gave some information out to somebody that can help somebody to tell them about our past, tell them about our culture, and I just appreciate the beautiful poetry that you have and writings and all of that. And I love you. Thank you again for coming. And I thank you guys for watching again, Diversity in the Community. And we'll see you next time. Good night.